We've all heard about big scandals coining the suffix gate. Coldplaygate, Spygate, Partygate, the list goes on. But why have they all got gate in the name? Ultimately, it derives from the Watergate misconduct. This caused the first and only resignation of a US president. The UK have got to start taking notes. Watergate itself is a cluster of 6 buildings in Washington, D.C., used as offices, hotels, etc. One of the offices was home to the DNC, the Democratic National Committee. It was basically used to manage daily operations of the USA's Democratic Party. And on the 17th of June 1972, 5 men were arrested during their second break into the DNC office. They'd broken in to repair the wiretaps they'd set up in late May 1972. The FBI's investigation traced the men back to the CRP, the Committee for the Re-election of the President. The CRP was a fundraising organisation to raise money for Nixon's campaign, after he had secured a narrow win in 1968. But the group shifted to sabotaging the Democratic Party. This is what led to the Watergate break-in. The burglars were convicted in January of 1973, and one of the guilty men wrote to the judge saying that the burglars had been forced to stay silent by higher-ups in the Nixon administration as a cover-up. The burglars were convicted in January of 1973, and one of the guilty men wrote to the judge saying that they had been forced to stay silent by higher-ups in the Nixon administration as a cover-up. This led to an investigation of the president and people that he worked closely with. Publicly, he claimed innocence, though was reluctant with the investigation, as he had refused to release full recorded conversations regarding Watergate. One of the tapes was missing 18.5 minutes of a conversation. The erasure being blamed on Nixon's personal secretary, who had accidentally deleted part of the tape. The tapes did reveal that Nixon was aware of the break-in and tried to prevent the FBI's investigation. He was to face an impeachment vote, but resigned before the vote took place. Many Americans claim this was the first time they had felt they couldn't trust their government, with 48 people being convicted of criminal charges regarding the affair. Watergate led to new legislation. This included increased regulation of campaign activities. William Safire, who wrote for the New York Times, is largely credited with having popularised the idea of gating scandals, doing it with more than 20 different events, so I guess that's who we have to thank.